Hello and welcome to the channel, and welcome today to Aragami from Lince Works. This is a game that I got to try at EGX and I was incredibly impressed by it. Really enjoyed it, and it already comes with access to multiplayer. So it's got a two-player co-op campaign, which is what I myself have been playing through, and a little go on single player. A friend of mine picked it up and we started doing a co-op campaign together. So we've been really enjoying it. But I wanted to share it with you guys. Now, let me just turn this down just a touch. Just a little bit. There we go, for my poor old ears. So what we're going to do is I will probably drop into... I'll go for chapter 3 because it's not too far in and there's a lot more sort of going on in the game there. Now, I'll probably die a lot in this because, as I say, I've been playing through co-op, so approaching things in single player is going to be a little bit different. Now, the one thing I really enjoyed with this game, there's one cool thing, is you sort of keep your character progress no matter which playthrough you're sort of on. So moves that I've got on this character might be from further on in the game, but you can go back and replay missions with them. So, to sort of describe this game, you've basically got this lovely, beautiful game. I absolutely adore this, the look of this game. It's very cool. You've sort of got the conversations from Shadow of the Colossus, and then you sort of have abilities that are very similar to Tenchu Z and Dishonored. So it's sort of like if Tenchu Z and Dishonored had a baby, and then kind of got a little bit into Shadow Colossus. It's kind of cool. There's a lot of elements of lots of games. It sort of feels like a little bit of a head nod to some of them. Anyway, let me start showing you some of these cool abilities. I don't have many yet, but I have a few. So that's the most basic ability you have. So your power in this game is Shadow. So as you can see, where my coat's lit up, kind of like Journey, that is basically my power. So if I don't have that, I can't do teleports, I can't do anything else. Whereas if I stand in the light, you'll see it draining, yeah? And then when I'm in shadow, it starts to recharge again. Now, I have alerted people, but as I say, it was purely for demonstration. So these guys can literally one-shot you, so I need to be very careful. Luckily, however, I do have the ability to make their bodies dissolve as long as they're in shadow. So I can hide the body. So that's fine. So now he's gone. He's not a threat anymore. So we can always teleport to shadow. I do have the ability to paint my own shadows, but I can't do it on things that are actually creating a light source. So let's see what we can do with this guy. Right. We got rid of him. Again, I'm just going to get rid of his body. Now I have a few other moves as well. I have a few little toys at my disposal. So one thing we have is bells we can make noise with. Unfortunately, no one's quite in range. I'm trying to get this guy just here in range. There we go. So now he's going to come investigate what the hell's going on. He might come directly towards us. He might go all the way around the map. So now we can get rid of him, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I really like this sort of style of combat. You literally will die in one shot. These are basically like army of light. So when they when they detect you, they can literally throw like massive bolts of light at you that will just destroy you, or they can, well, as I say, one shot will just annihilate you. So here I'm going to use one of my special abilities, which I adore that ability. Now, unfortunately, here's what I was talking about before. I actually killed him in a light source, so now I cannot get rid of this body. However, I think no one patrols over here, so I'm hoping they will not see his body. But we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Now, you also have access to... Tell you what, while I'm in shadow, I'll quickly show you the skill tree. So, here's what I've currently got. So I can, if someone's near a ledge, I can automatically teleport to them and kill them. I can dissolve bodies. I can also summon a monstrous beast that will erase the target from the physical realm, and also will give me a charge back on a shadow technique, which at the moment the only shadow technique I have is my kunai. And then we also have access to a raven, which will scout the area for me, give me my objectives, will let me mark targets, and I took an ability so that I could find scrolls. Scrolls are basically what you need to find to get skill points. So if I do that, you can see there's some altars there, which is what you can use to recharge your abilities, and that's that sort of main goal. Now, normally scrolls come up on there as well, but I've already collected them all on this mission. So as you can see on my back, my shadow ability is represented in the circle in centre, and then there's 2 glimpses below it, but at the minute there's only 1 because I've already used a charge. So, if I was to use shadow monsters, I could get that back. Now, if I time this at a nice time where that guy's not going to see me, I could show you the shadow monster in action. Like this. So there you go, there's my shadow monster, and it pulls him away. And that, as you can see now, I now have my 2 glimpses back, so I can use my throwing dagger again, should I wish to. Now I believe this guy's going to go right next to a ledge, if I remember correctly. I think he comes and stands about here, where I'm looking. Which, if he does, I should be able to ledge kill him. Should be able to. There you go. So I've managed to paint some shadow on the floor, and then ledge kill him. Because he's not in direct light, I am allowed to get rid of him. So yeah, one of your abilities you get very early on is if I hold down... I'm using the control of this. If I hold down right trigger, I can paint shadow on the floor to get myself some power back, but it will slowly vanish. Just basically enables you to get up on ledges. So I normally can't get up there. I can paint shadow, now I can get up there. It just gives you some extra access to the map that you might not normally have. And that's pretty cool. Now, what should we do with this guy? Where's he going? There you go. So yeah, I absolutely adore this game. I think it's so cool. Now, we already lured that guy over there, so I think we've actually cleared out this first area. So normally there would actually be a scroll underneath this bridge, just under there. But as I say, I've already collected all these. We did these during co-op missions. Now, co-op missions are incredibly fun. At first I was very worried that it was going to make the game too easy. But honestly, we failed missions so many times for the simple fact of having 2 people doubles the amount of chance that you're going to basically make a mistake. It's kind of strange. And there is a lot of opportunities for co-op play. So like those 2 guards there, we both assassinated them at the exact same time. Whereas normally you can't do that, so that's a slightly different challenge. But getting the timing down is also incredibly difficult to do, because there's no way to... I believe this might be changing soon, but currently there's no way to like signal to someone. You've actually got to obviously talk and communicate with them. And that itself can bring a lot of problems. Now, I think we might try and pass on killing everyone this time, and maybe I'll just try and get through the level just a little bit. But I'm not trying entirely to get through the level. I'm more just trying to show you aspects of the game. So, I mean, what we could do here is throw a knife at him and then stab him. So that's one way that I can deal with them. Now, I need to get rid of their bodies pretty quick. As you can see, I may have just been spotted. But we can deal with that. So we're going a little bit high. We're going a little bit crazy now. But it works. So, you know. Ooh. There we go. I love it. I just adore this game. It doesn't matter. We've played it for quite a few hours now, and I adore this game. I literally adore this game. I love the art style. I mean, I love stealth games anyway, but I like these sort of hybrid stealth games where you're not punished for killing people. In fact, in this game, you are literally rewarded for it if you do so wish. You have the choice to either completely ghost. You can either ghost levels completely and avoid killing anyone, or you get achievements for killing everyone. So it literally is entirely up to you how you wish to pursue it, or you can just play the sort of mixed thing where you avoid as much as you can, but if you see an opportunity, you kill people. Whereas the playthrough that we're currently doing in our co-op session is we're trying to go through the whole game and kill everyone, which is a slightly unique challenge. It's kind of cool. Because it's one of these things where you always sit there and think, yeah, I know, right, this is just giving me the tutorial. This is basically what I was talking about with this, so I can now get all my charges back for my knives. So there we go. Right. No. Oh, I remember this area. Right, this is an area that kind of went horribly wrong because my friend got caught very early on and died. So once he died, the whole area went into very high alert status and was trying to desperately hunt for me, and I had to literally run around the map, slowly picking people off. But literally running around the map, there was no stealth involved. I had to just basically be clever and try and force them into traps. It was kind of cool. Right, let's paint a bit of shadow so we can get over here. There we go. I genuinely love the sort of kill runs where you just get to go through and do all that lovely stuff. I enjoyed them immensely. But I think I like the power trip of it, because as you start to get more and more powers, you do start to feel you do start to do some crazy stuff. And I realised I couldn't teleport then because I wasn't in shadow. And that's your corpse gone. Now, I do believe there's another guy. Yeah, he's there. Right, I need to get some power back, so let's get... There we go. I've got a bit of power back. Come on, friend. Come on. Coming? He's coming. Right, so I'm going to ring the bell. I'll show you actually some of the... So that is going to alert him. But it means you can lure him to places that he wouldn't otherwise normally patrol. And then you get to... Oh! Now, there is actually going to bring me to my next point. This game has had quite a few bugs while we've been playing it. But, and this is a big but, pretty much since this game launched, there's been a patch for it pretty much every single day. The developers are very on top of the game. Every time someone's mentioned anything, it's generally been fixed incredibly quickly from what I've seen. Ooh. Ooh, steady, steady, mate. Steady, mate. Yeah. Bastard. Oh, 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 oh. Dick. See, that's just what I love about this game, is like as you slowly start to unlock powers. So like I didn't have access to this power when we first did this mission. So it's sort of now added me some extra options that I couldn't afford to have the first time we played it through. Which is making it a lot nicer for me. So you do start to eventually get that sort of power trip element of games. In like things like Dishonored and things like that, where you start with very basic abilities and then you slowly get crazier and crazier until eventually you can just go through areas and think nothing of it because you've got access to all this equipment. And oh, right, we're gonna drop down below him. Now if I do this well, I might be able... Ah, you dick. I was going to see if I could ledge kill him, but it is not to be. Let's try a different approach, because there's still a few round. Ooh, hang on a minute. I should have actually used the chance then to shadow monster him. Maybe. Because I could do with getting a knife back. I know I could have easily done that without, but... Oh, it's classed him as in a light source, that's gutted. There we go. Now that shadow monster, one thing I found kind of cool is that shadow that shadow monster actually changes. So far we've seen it be a snake and a dragon, but I don't know if there's any more. But it was kind of cool that they put different animations in there for it. Now, we need to be going over there. Ooh. Because I used the paint shadow, I actually ran out of shadow power. So that's something shadow power is something you sort of have to be wary of, because it's very quick to use it up very fast if you're being a little bit overzealous with it. Like, you do need it to get through most things. No, you didn't see anything. You saw nothing. Okay. Now I just need to drop down here. This is basically where you would normally get access to the bells. So I am, however, going to skip this because I don't really want too much story being ruined. So now we can go. So you do get, I just thought I'd wait then just for a brief second so I could sort of give you the option of, if someone does spot you, if you do rush them or anything like that, you do have a brief chance to sort of try and take them out before it's a major issue. Like, that there is a chance that they can counter-attack you. It's happened before. There's literally an achievement for it happening called Dishonored, I think it is, which literally is you dying just as you try and kill someone. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to stop here. We are about halfway through the mission, but I think that's probably give you a good idea of what this game's about, and I don't really want to ruin it any more for you than that. You know, like 15 minutes of gameplay, probably enough. So we're going to stop there. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please do leave me a like, drop me any comments that you want. If you do want to see a full playthrough of this game, let me know, and I'll see if it's something that I can put together. If not, there will be a link in the description below for you to go and check out the game for yourself on Steam. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this. Hopefully it was helpful to you in any way, shape or form. And thank you again. Bye bye.